witch among us, and she must be found before she burns this whole place to the ground. Away, corrupt all the women and ruin all the men before finally taking a lead. Oh, deny all you want, but I know what she's done, and I know that she's up to no good. When by calling us heathens, you're denying the demons that live in your own neighborhood. Oh, you're prepared for a fight, 'cause the witch has the power and it is witchy hour, so you better off elsewhere tonight. Witch among us, and she must be found before she burns this whole place to the ground. Away, just stay out of the woods, 'cause she's up to no good unless you're prepared for a fight, 'cause the witch has the power and so you're better off elsewhere tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Off the Grill podcast, the only show that has been referred to as a triple penetration of knowledge, humor, and timelessness. Go fuck yourself. I'm done. We'll see you later. Teasing, of course. Shouts out Coke Zero. Zero sugar. Coke Zero sugar. We got a big one tonight. I don't have a big one. Sorry, sweetie. Oh, Billy Bean in the house says, I want to feel you from the inside. Gypsy Warrior says, I want to know what your insides look like. Oh, boy, we're getting real gross right off the bat. Billy says, I'm serenading sauce. Well, Johnny J! Shouts out Scarecrow Show, obviously the Witch, the official theme song of the Off the Grill podcast. One of my very favorite songs. But he says ew, and he's being very rude. That's why he's the worst of the two Yukonevich brothers. Billy says, I like booger sugar. Baby, me too. I like it so much I'm not allowed to do it anymore. John says, Bubba Cola for life. R.I.P. Bubba Cola. That truly was the best of the colas. But I got a new one now. I remarried. Gypsy asks if we could talk about Johnny Depp winning his court case. I guess. I don't know. I'll be honest, man. I didn't follow it that closely. I mean, I saw a lot of this shit. It was like so like heavily kind of fucking infiltrated into the zeitgeist. I don't know. I don't know the term, but pop culture and other stuff. Like there's just some shit that you have to not be on the internet or watch television to miss out on. But past that, I really didn't look too far into it. Like the most compelling part to me, and I still haven't like looked into this, is like how this case is affecting or could affect that Amber Heard lawsuit against Doug Stanhope. I don't even know if that totally went to court however many years ago that was now. But what I do know is that she's a cunt and she got what she deserved. And like I've been saying the last couple times we talked about this, they're both probably shitty people. I mean, maybe she's worse than he is, but maybe he just fucking did a better job of documenting things. I don't know, man, but I think they both need some counseling to help them from bouncing off the walls when they get down some. Jay the Stingray in the house. His booger sugar is the best. It really is. So good. Gypsy says, I think it was a great victory for male victims of abuse. That's very true. I will definitely grant you that. Even if he's not innocent, still, like to actually see a jury go, yeah, that woman's not one of the good ones. And Gypsy goes on to say, I didn't like how Amber Heard lied and weaponized the media in her favor. He spelled favor wrong. Rolly in the house. So yeah, like she's just like a dreadful person. Just like downright awful. So like I definitely don't feel bad for her by any fucking stretch of the imagination. Billy lines it up pretty nicely though. They are both entitled assholes who need to give me all their booger sugar. Not all of it. I would like some of it. I figure if it's free, it's okay. Billy says, God damn, I have big fingers. Yeah, you do. Ouchie. Oh, boy. What is my life? This show is a show with no direction as normal. Had a big staff meeting at work today. The person I wanted to be there wasn't there. It's a real bummer. Hopefully that's another write-up for her. Ah, boy. I don't know, man. I just want to like fucking go scorched earth sometimes on here. And I don't really hold back a whole lot, but there are aspects of the job that are confidential, and I don't know what is legally confidential and what is just like policy, but I don't want to get fired or sued, so I do have to kind of toe the line, I guess. But there is one cunt that did finish up at the old job site down there this week. She did pick up 3 days this week for us, and then the day before the first one, promptly canceled all 3, leaving us fucked over. Or so she thought, I'm sure. I don't know. But I've never had a positive opinion of people being like brought to the level of management has made that opinion even more fucking negative than it had been. People are just fucking dumb and petty and stupid and dumb. And I don't know, man. I could do without it. It's so fucking frustrating. And like, I'm not a guy that gives a fuck what other people think about me for the most part. There are a couple, a small few, like half a handful that I truly do care about what they think. Not only just about me, but just, life and the way things are going. But just like, I have no fucking, I don't know, I'm scatterbrained as fuck this week too. There's like the level of frustration. But anyway, yeah, like I don't give a shit what people think, but you like rumors get back to you and just like, oh, this one said this about you and yada yada yada, all that kind of shit. And like, so I don't give a fuck that they think that way. But like there is just some part of me. It's not anything I can control. I'll show you I don't work, you cocksucking cunt. I'll show you I don't fucking cook anything, you little fucking Mexican slut in heat. That's too much. I went too far. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't give a fuck. Who cares? I'll find another job. Because now I could have put assistant manager on an application. Hey. All right. But I called her a slut. Oh no. I again lost my train of thought, but it's just like that kind of shit, and then like you hear like he's a bully or he's strict, yada yada, and then, like so it's like okay, well then and at no point when these rumors had come through had I yelled or really even raised my voice. So it's like okay, so I can't even talk to these fucking people, and without being fucking labeled a hard ass or whatever the fuck. So okay, I won't say anything. I won't ask them to do anything, and I'll fucking do it myself. I found out quickly, mentally, that's fucking not a viable option. So back to the drawing board at that. I was this close the other night from pulling up the old web browser, heading on over to BetterHelp.com. Ladies and gentlemen, BetterHelp.com. Oh boy, don't I wish I had fucking BetterHelp money coming in. I might be able to quit a fucking job over. I figure they pay pretty well. It's goddamn close, man. Jesus Christ. Oh boy. Where was I? I don't know, man. So I got to figure out some fucking coping strategies to keep my fucking head on. Because I was a lunatic the other night. I don't remember what day it was, if it was last night or the night before. But it was bad. It was last night, actually. Yeah. Like it seems like fucking years away, but it's just like one of those fucking things where like the top just comes off, like the volcano erupts, and it's just like it wasn't directed at anyone. Like there were people in the house last night that set it off, but it was just like I was down in the basement just screaming. And what I came to realize, I had kind of known before, but my voice travels down there, especially up the stairway. You can hear it pretty crystal clear in the office. So, yeah, these are things that do need to be tightened up on my end. I kind of laugh about it now, but it was shitty. It was real embarrassing to have to fucking finish the rest of my shift, too. I don't know. I'm learning. I'm learning. Because there's also that part of me that's still like, wait, I can tell people what to do. Like, I don't have to just do it myself. And it's like, yeah, fatso, like, that's part of the job. It's like I've literally been Googling how to deal with dumb employees, how to deal with fucking incompetent employees. I don't know. I'm fucking trying. I'm actually interested in making this shit work, but I'd love to fucking have that just be like, oh yeah, I like my job, so I like to do it well, instead of, okay, I'm gonna like ruin my entire life if I don't calm the fuck down. Is this interesting? Is this fucking to anyone? Is this me like fucking venting and stupid? I don't know. But Erica, shut the fuck up. Get back to work. Apparently there is nothing going on at the house if we got the if we have coworkers lurking. I'm not saying Erica is or isn't a coworker, but shut up. Tell the moron you'll get veggie straws on Sunday. Roldy, you don't get to talk to her. You shut your mouth. You get. You don't talk to him back. Stop it. You're bad. All right, let's catch up with the goddamn chat. Son of a bitch. All right, here we go. Billy says he'll share his booger sugar. Roldy says he wants Billy's booger sugar. Maybe he put, I think he typed booter on purpose, but I don't know. You guys can do all the booter sugar you want. I'm not into that. I don't even know what that is. Billy said, trim my fingernails this week for you. Thank God. Scratched my insides. Gypsy says we occasionally veer off at the cartoon fetishes. Do we? Maybe, like once or twice as a teenager. Billy says people suck. I like being a hermit and limiting my interactions. I did that for many years. I was pretty content to do that until I started working at this fucking place. Thank you. I'm happy. I don't know. Shit's going well, and that's why I gotta get this fucking shit under control. Harley says the last good manager stepped down from the Dollar General ranks. R.I.P. Eustace Abernathy VI, Esquire, assistant manager at Lord of the Flies. I feel like that's something. That seems like a reference. Gypsy asks, what's more important, looks or confidence? In what manner? I don't know. Like, as far as an employee goes, I don't. Neither, because if you're confident but you're a fucking moron, you're useless. And if you look good and you're incompetent and a moron, you're useless. I don't. If you're talking about women, I don't know. Looks are mostly important. Confidence doesn't really play into it to me. I mean, like, attitude is very important. Sense of humor, all that kind of dumb shit. But I don't know. It's like everything. Everything matters. Nothing doesn't. Nothing doesn't matter. You'd think I fucking hadn't been speaking this language my entire life. Billy says, my life doesn't hold back on stupidity, so she has had complaints. Her company just offered her 50 cents an hour if she would be nicer. What the fuck is going on in this world? I don't have time for it, man. I don't know how to operate. Like I can't just like, oh, you're dumb. Oh, come here. What are you dumb? What happened to you? God damn it. Gypsy says he likes it. Well, thank you. Roldy says Erica is right. Now that you're rich, you're a bully. Well, I ain't rich. I'm far from it. I actually just put myself a couple grand in debt. 11 grand, to be fair. To be accurate. Roughly 11, something like that. I don't know. I put a down payment. But Saucy's got his own car finally. No more bumming off grandma. So next day we're working on moving out. We'll see how that goes. Billy says, yeah, she used to notch her hard hat every time a new hire cried and quit. Oof. That's the one thing. This job has a lot of like turnover. I'm a Gatsby boy. It's cheapers. Probably shouldn't be pounding fucking Coke Zero. That's not going to help. You know, Nick Ritza just fucking tweeted, he DM'd me on Twitter. Oh, well, I'm watching Kyle Donegan on Theo Vaughn's podcast. Mine's live, cocksucker. You fucking piece of shit. Hold on, guys. I have to tweet him. There. He got a nice, I'm live, faggot. Somebody needs to design me some kind of image that I can send to people so they know. Ben Grimm in the chat now says, nice. Because this is the 69th episode of the podcast. 69 being George Carlin's favorite number. And I am halfway through that George Carlin documentary on HBO Max, which is part 1. So I got another 2 hours to go. It's a lot of fun. It's like the most that I've read about his wife's addiction issues, along with his, like how they kind of fucking one kind of made the other worse and just kind of spiraled out. Now, of course, I can't remember like the final thing, but like he kind of threatened her and she more or less just fucking quit. And then he quit the cocaine and all that shit. I know he had like a pill issue after that for quite a few years. Funny motherfucker, man. All the way from the beginning when he was with fucking what's the other guy? Jack something. I suck. I can't remember anything. But then also like the hippy dippy weatherman, like the Class Clown and Toledo Window Box, I think. All those like the albums and shit, and then all the HBO specials and fucking right up till he died, man. I know a lot of people shit on him the last couple specials he did. Oh, he's just an old man, and like he'd do like all the wordplay shit. And oh wow, he remembered a thing. He's a fucking entertainer, you know, and a performer. It's what he wanted to be. It's what he always was. So fuck off. Then they talk a little bit about how his mother was a fucking psychopath. That's what it was. Because like George brought her to Hollywood to fucking be on something with her. So she stayed at the house and didn't leave and just like kept feeding Brenda Carlin a bunch of fucking psychotic shit. He was a bad son and this, that, and the other. And so that fucking helped to further turn Brenda against George. It's fun. I'm not going to fucking sit here and tell you blow by blow what happened. Watch it. It's great. You know, I mean, there are a couple guys on there that are like talking heads that I don't feel have any business speaking about George Carlin, but I think they're Judd Apatow friends. That's how they get in there. But definitely go check that out. I saw the Batman. Did we talk about that? No, because I watched that last week after the show. Really good. I wanted a lot more of the Penguin. I really do. Like fucking, I forgot that was Colin Farrell. Like until the end. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, that's right. Like man, I've hated on that dude for years, but he's fan fucking tastic in Fright Night. I think there's something a little newer that he's in that I liked him in. Maybe I'm wrong. I loved him in this. I loved fucking what's his face as Batman. That movie was great. The fucking shout out to Orc for getting that big part as the Riddler. I like that. Boy. But Gypsy was talking about it being in life generally. Confidence is obviously in life more important than looks. Looks don't fucking matter at all. Like confidence is what helps you sell the fucking, I don't know, like the riverfront property in Idaho or whatever the fuck. I don't know. You know what the fuck I'm trying to, I got a swamp in my asshole. You can lick it. It's old fucking colloquialism. Folk wisdom bullshit. Roldy says, Saucy's Bang Bus. Thank you. And he goes, but it's just you fighting bums in an old conversion band. Why am I fighting bums? I thought I was rich. Rich people don't fight bums. And Billy says his wife's hard hat looked like a saw because of the notches. Oh, Mikey, Die and Breed on YouTube says hello, Lord Steak. And Roldy tells me it was George Carlin and Jack Kevorkian. That definitely sounds right. Ben Grimm says Penguin's getting a spin-off show. Gypsy says Batman 2 is coming. Penguin spin-off show on HBO Max would be pretty fucking sweet. That's awesome. That's actually really good news. But yeah, I liked all that shit, man. The fucking mob boss dude. I liked him a lot. There's a lot of the characters are different. I think this is one of the best they don't really fuck up. That's one of the things that Warner Brother really doesn't mess up is Batman too often. Batman and Robin's not great, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a bad movie either. It's cheesy and campy. It's like a modern throwback to the fucking 60s. I don't personally love it, but I get why people would. All the fucking Christopher Nolan ones are solid at the absolute worst. The Michael Keaton Batmans are some of the greatest superhero movies ever made. Batman Forever, I like a fuck ton. Gypsy says, I do keep holding on to hope that Zack Snyder will come back. Not everyone likes him, but I really appreciate his work. I'm not a Zack Snyder guy. I don't get the appeal. He's an artsy version of Michael Bay, in my opinion. And that's in my opinion means shit. Robert Pattinson's his name, by the way. Rolly says Pattinson was a great young Wayne / Batman. Definitely more classic Batman than 1960s on. And Billy says, I like what HBO did with that John Cena hero show. It was pretty funny, but the effects were decent for a series. Yeah, I didn't go in on that. I'm not big on superhero shit. I think Batman's fucking cool, and I like all his villains, but nothing else really, save for Spider-Man a little bit, has really ever caught my fucking attention. I could sit and watch one and go, yeah, that was fine. I didn't have a bad time watching this. It's not my go-to. I'm not into comics and shit. My favorite Spider-Man thing was the first PS4 game. I don't really like any of the movies. The first Andrew Garfield one wasn't awful. And I just haven't cared to watch another one since. So I don't know if the Tom Holland ones are any good. I can't speak on those. Shit. Roldy says Peacemaker is worth watching. Maybe I'll get around to it. I'll probably get around to it in 6-7 years after everyone stopped caring about it, so that I have no one to talk to about it. So that's good. That's usually how that shit goes. New device connected to my Spectrum. I got a Roku soundbar today, the 4K streaming fucking thing. I only did that because I mistakenly, I talked about this last week. I mistakenly bought the fucking the surround sound speakers without the bar, and I figured, well, maybe that'll still work. It could be another thing. I don't know. But yeah, so I ended up getting both, and that was why the show started a minute or two late. Because I was enthralled with trying to get this to work. I'm going to time fucking how long it takes for my grandmother to lose her mind over it. That's going to be fun. Especially once I get the surround ones put up. Because I didn't get that far yet. But what else? Fuck, dude. Oh, if you didn't already, check out the Horror Rumble over on Cable Channel 11. This past weekend, I did a horror trivia show with Corey, Jess, and a couple of the other guys that we, the knockaround gang, as nobody calls us. it was a fun time. I came in second because Dan just has watched every movie that's ever existed. So I know I just gave like, why would you watch it? Since I gave I gave the ending away. I suck. Yeah, I say a lot. That's good. It's good to point out your stupid little ticks while you're on the fucking stream doing the show. Yes. Ben says Pattinson was too emo for me. Said maybe 10 words the whole time. Billy says, I don't know. Ben then says, I mean, his parents died when he was 8. He's in his 20s in the movie. Well, I mean, by the sounds of it, his parents died and then he was kind of sheltered off. So maybe no one helped him get over it. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. I thought he did a fucking fantastic job. Like, that's the character. That's the guy. He's just fucking like that, you know? Oh, Sean McManus, you Irish cunt. Good to see ya. Roldy says Shorzy is hilarious. I do want to check that out, but I haven't even checked out the fucking last season of Letterkenny. I wanted to rewatch the series before I started it, and I just haven't had time. I think I'm into season 2 again, but then Gypsy says there was a report today that Todd Phillips, the director of Joker, is going to become the head creative director of DC films. That's probably fine. I think he's a pretty good director. I think he's a comedy guy, first and foremost. Like Road Trip, I think, might not be his first, but I think that's the one that I think about the most because that's one of my favorite comedies. But he's probably most famous outside of Joker for The Hangover, right? That seems right. Maybe it's wrong. Fuck if I know. I don't know shit about anything. I suck. You know this. Why else would you be here? And besides, just have to laugh at me. Billy says, yeah, that was it. Peacemaker. My sister doesn't watch the comic movies, but she was laughing at it, so I think it's more a comedy than hero show. So Todd Phillips' Road Trip, Old School, Starsky and Hutch, and School for Scoundrels. Wider prominence early 2010s for the Hangover series. So, he's done enough good work. He's got enough of a fucking background to me to make good movies, you know. Whether they're good comic movies or not, I don't really give a shit. Like, I don't care if it's faithful to the material if it's a good movie. I really don't. Sean says the new Batman was excellent. Rolly says a little kid sees his parents shot to death. He's going to have PTSD. Ben says the other portrayals of the same character are not like that. Well, I mean, the Christian Bale ones aren't dissimilar. Ben says, but it's impossible to be like that, and I just don't like that. But it is possible to be like that, and I just don't like that version of the character. That's fair. Totally fair. Sean says also Todd Phillips did the Hangover sequels. Yes, I don't know. I like all the fucking Hangover movies. I don't love any one of them. But I think they're all solid movies. Solid, like decent, you know, whatever. The first Hangover to me was not some fucking big revelation. It's a good movie. It's a lot of fun. It's very funny, you know, but I don't know. Gypsy, wow. I feel like this is probably a very hot take. He says Due Date is his funniest movie. And I will disagree with you there because the funniest movie he ever did is, in fact, Road Trip. And it's that one. And then like 100 fucking rows down will be whatever number 2 is. Roldy said, so Todd Phillips got Mike Tyson in The Hangover too? Yes. My phone where my notes are. I don't have any notes. I stopped thinking about things. I'm going to send him something rude. He says, sorry. He should be watching my thing. He thinks I'm mad for interrupting me. I'm mad that he's not watching me. So fuck you, Nick. You little bitch. I'm going to scratch your truck. And tell your grandma that you're kissing boys in the woods. What can I send him? I'm going to tell him that he's Chinese. Well, Nick Mullen's going to tell him he's Chinese. Jamie Hart in the chat. What's up, Jamie? Happy birthday. I missed that yesterday, but all the same, I hope it was a fun one. Sean McManus says old school. I don't know if he means that's his funniest or the next funniest, but I wouldn't disagree with that. Billy says road trip is classic. Fucking right. Roldy says my favorite movie is the parody film Mommy Knockers. Oh, who doesn't love Mommy Knockers? Gypsy says Robert Downey Jr. and Zach Galifianakis have just such good chemistry in that movie. Yeah, fuck, man. I wanted to watch it, and I never have. So, get my boy Blue. At any rate, I had to talk to one of the guy's family members, and he sounded like fucking Bobby Boucher's father at the end of Waterboy. I can't do the voice. I don't remember it, but it was fucking, I'm just trying so hard. Even with all the fucking shit I had yesterday going on, trying so hard not to just laugh at this man. Roldy says, Lonnie says, hey, thanks again for sponsoring her. What's up, Lonnie? Don't mention it. Oh, shit the bed. Sean asks if I've seen Top Gun Maverick yet. I'll say this. I have not, and I probably will not. I've not seen the first one. It's nothing I'm interested in. I like Miles Teller a little bit. He's pretty good in War Dogs. He's fantastic in fucking Whiplash. I know I've seen him in a couple other things. I don't remember what. Yeah, but I don't care. I've gone 29 years without seeing the first one. Why do I want to watch the sequel? There's going to be a couple nonsensical episode titles coming up. I don't mean anything to you, but they make me laugh. The only note that I have in here that's not like a topic for if I have a guest on is Build-A-Bear. And I did go to Build-A-Bear with my lady and her kid. Never been in there before in my fucking life. Almost 30 years without any notion of that, even though I know that company's not that old. But all the same, it's very weird. There's some cool little shit for, words, stuff. I don't know. Like this cool little fucking shit for kids. And I know I ended up getting a nice big Bowser. It was kind of cool. But you have to be a certain level of creepy to work at a Build-A-Bear, and whether that's you're an adult child kind of thing, where he's gonna talk like this and everything's magical, and you look like a fucking sideshow act, or you're some kind of stereotypical gay. And that's for men only. Stereotypical lesbians, i.e. the butch types. The butch types. The wearing flannel types. Well, we very recently seen that video, and it's fucking... I didn't know what Shane Gillis was talking about for the longest time. So funny. Yeah, zombie. Thank you. Build-A-Bear. That's what I needed. So it's that fucking weird shit. The stereotypical woman, a gay woman, is not allowed to Build-A-Bear. At least not as an employee. Only a traipsing fella. hell out in there. It's a real awkward thing. And there's like some weird witch's incantation that they chant at the little heart before they put it inside the stuffed animal. It's terrifying. It's really just too fucking much. And I'm pretty much ready to blame all of modern society's faults on Build-A-Bear. Anyway, so that's really the only note that I have. I'll ask this question to myself. Do you like horror movies? Yes, I do. Okay. Gypsy says War Dogs. That was a Todd Phillips movie. I think it still is a Todd Phillips movie. Rolly says it's Pride Month, so now is the time to watch them. I think I still have a Pride shirt on the fucking offthegrill.store. Go pick it up if you want, or don't. I don't make much money. I think I have that one down so that I don't make a dime. So it's literally you're getting it for whatever they charge me. That might not be the case. I don't know. Don't buy one. Who cares? I suck. I don't fucking. Everything's garbage. I'd love some fucking confidence too. I might look into that. How to confidently deal with my dumb fucking employees. Rolly says the played softball in community college types. Right, you are. Right, you are, Ken. Billy says I prefer carnivals and amusement parks to scour from my tender quarry. Pride shirt. Gay. Sean says, anyone else going to see the new Jurassic Park? I plan on it next week. I plan on going to the drive-in with my lady and a little guy, of course, or girl. You don't know. Could be both. Could be neither. Could not have a girlfriend. You never know. I could have been lying for the last 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is. Time is a construct. Zombie. Good to see you, Zombie, by the way. I know I've read a comment or two of yours. He says, should have sued Pops for ripping off ideas. Gypsy says, I recently watched Eyes of a Stranger for the first time. It was so creepy. I don't know what that is. I'm dumb. And Ben Grimm says, I'm seeing the new Cronenberg tonight. I believe that's where Dan is right now. And Jamie says, you're going to the drive-in? I'm totes jelly. I have to drive way too far. Yeah, like I've said before, I mean, I live like down the road from a drive-in, but then I'm also like an hour away from another one. So I got it pretty good. And both of them are double screen kind of places. So most of the summer, I got a pretty good fucking chance to see something nice at a drive-in. The only thing is, I think they did it when I was in Jersey, like the first year of the pandemic. They were fucking pumping out the old titles and shit. Like I had missed out on a chance to see Jurassic Park outside. I like seeing that shit. I like watching the old movies on big screens too. But I missed out on all that shit living in Jersey where there aren't really any that close, especially where I was. Like you have to either go to PA or into New York, like New York State. Sean says, going to the drive-in without mistake. I'm hurt. Well, this is, we'll call it family time. And you're like family, buddy. But you're across the pond, so you can't really be family. I don't know what this voice is supposed to be. Some sort of British, isn't it? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm losing my fucking mind. Gypsy says, Eyes of a Stranger, 1981. The full movie is on YouTube. It's the producers who made Friday the 13th. Very underrated for film. Very underrated from how little love I've seen it get. I might have to check that out then. I don't know if I read it. Ben says his drive-in only plays family movies, and that's pretty gay. Drive-ins ain't for families. I mean, again, maybe they are a little bit now, but drive-ins need fucking B-movie horror exploitation kind of shit. It's what it's fucking built on, man. Getting lucky in a car with a fucking gal or a fella, do what you gotta do. I mean, hey, it's a free world, man. He loves free, man. Yeah. Sean says, I'm mostly excited to see new Jurassic Park because Sam Neill is back. Yeah, Sam Neill's fucking fantastic. So, yeah, it's cool. I guess Jeff Goldblum is coming back again. Laura Dern is back. Is that her name? That's her name. It's her name now. Who gives a fuck? I don't care who she is. But I know that there was that little controversy with her that like they took. This is like the most egregious thing I think I've ever seen of them taking a fucking like social media taking a headline, a dishonest headline at that, and like running with it. Because like there was a talk of how she said, "Oh, it's probably our relationship." Her talking about her and Sam Neill, our on-screen relationship in the first movie was problematic. Like she's just like, yeah, no, there was quite a bit, but like it wasn't. Those relationships happen. Like those are real. You know, there's like the older guy, the younger woman. It happens much less the other way around, but it still does happen. So it's not fucking problematic because there's an age difference. It's ridiculous. First off, but that's not even what she said. She said, yeah, under the way people think nowadays, that probably would be cause for concern. Like, so there's this whole big fucking thing. And I, for a couple seconds, did get caught up in it myself. But it's just fucking nuts, man. It's like we've all just given up. It's like, yeah, headline, I don't read. I watch videos. Just you give me the video. I'm guilty of it, for sure. I'm fucking massively guilty of it, in fact. But, yeah. We're crumbling as a society. It's all over. Just fucking have fun while you still can. You're welcome for the ray of positivity that is this show. God damn it, man. This might be a good show if I could talk. Ow, my shoulder. So there's one of these things on the list here. It says, what's the first thing you do after work? First thing I do after work is scream at my grandmother. And I kick my cats. And then I take my pants off and take a nap. Some of that's true. I'll let you decide which ones. Zombie says, kick your cats. That's definitely not the case. Those cats have never been kicked by anyone. They're the most spoiled motherfuckers I've ever met. And I'm a big reason why. Billy says, I play cat soccer too. Jamie says, LOL, the WNY, Western New York, is strong in this one. I don't know what I said. Was it an accent thing or did it? I wish I knew. I need clarification. Now I'm self-conscious. I have to end the show. I don't know how to feel. Oh, Jamie said she canceled her birthday stream. Sorry about that. I plan on streaming tomorrow. Oh, Gibbs. What's up, Retro Cack? Says, I heard cats and pants off. What did I miss? You missed a bunch, buddy. I suggest you strap in for now and then go back to the beginning. Then maybe watch it a couple more times. Get those numbers up. Oh, Jamie says it was a sarcasm thing. That makes sense. Balls. Speaking of numbers and views and all that shit, I don't know I don't know what it was. If it wasn't the podcast, people just like saw the first 45 of them and were just like, oh, this is bad. Let's not watch any of these videos anymore. But maybe it's because it was an Off the Grill Presents. But that mess around show has done fucking like the best numbers outside of like the Fez Watley Memorial Show. Rest in peace, Fezzy. It still fucks with me, man. That's a bummer. And then that fucking I don't even there was nothing special about the show. I just hit the algorithm. The Elliot's fancy new abs, or whatever the fuck. It was right after Elliot Page took that shirtless selfie, or maybe it wasn't a selfie, but with her nice abs that they put inside of his nice abs. God, Gypsy says, be careful. A soccer player on big bucks in England lost all his sponsorship deals and faces jail time for kicking his cat and putting it on Periscope. Well, I don't think you need to tell us to be careful because in America, they'd never do that. But also because I'm not really kicking cats. That was one of the fake things. Shh. Oh, balls. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. What is that region free shit still going on? What's going on here? What are we doing? I don't even know what this is. I know I did ask Dan and Christian, but I think Jonathan had hopped off at that point. The theme music, intro music thing. Last Death Row meal. That's one that I'll have to fucking come up with. I have to sit and think for a while. But that I probably might be able to fucking pull off a large chunk on that one. Fucking figure that out and go deep into it. So maybe that'll be a fucking show 1 week. But I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, who do you people want to see that I could get? Like, is there anyone I don't know? Like, I'm sure I could get, like Jay or Dan or Jonathan, like, the guys in the kind of that loose collective of that little web of people or whatever. But I don't know. I could probably convince the fucking one or both of the Scarecrow boys to show up if Ben's not out of the fucking country again. There's an outside chance that maybe I could get a Blitz Kid or like a Darrow Chemical, Mr. Monster, Michael. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that one anymore. One of those guys, maybe, probably not still, but who knows? I don't know. Everything sucks. And I suck, but I don't know. I don't know. God damn it. Okay. Gypsy says, my favorite stream you've ever done was your birthday stream. That was such a fun night. That one I remember being fun. That was the Power Hour. So it was initially, that is another one that did pretty well numbers wise. Not a podcast episode though. Yeah, I guess neither was the mess around, but is that a good face to make? But that was fun. It was one of the Power Hours. So it was a shot of beer every minute for 60 minutes. And then I had leftover beer. So I think I did it like 100 or 110 shots of beer. So I was feeling good, real loose, real dumb, just saying shit. Like, I'm quick to just say whatever I think anyway, but eventually those shots of beer just shut the switch off entirely. Just say it now, go. Ooh, that's almost 3D a little bit. Let's play that fucking Friday the 13th 3 theme. Gypsy says, I went off region free, not as fun as these or Jamie's vlogs. Someone fucking screen cap that. Send it to the big man. Let him know There's a fucking new guy in town. I got the power of 202 subscribers. Ah! Obviously, I don't give a shit. I'm doing my show. I appreciate you guys being here. But I get it. The ones that don't come over that would rather watch that. Whatever. I feel that somehow, as silly as it sounds, the rebrand lost a lot of the magic. Region Free is hands down a much better name than the Sausage Factory, but there's it's, I don't know, man. It's all the same people plus other good like new people. So like I don't understand why it doesn't it's like why it doesn't feel the same, I guess. I definitely couldn't fucking put a finger on what that could be. It's just weird. And it bums me out. I like those guys, you know. Still support them, of course, you know. But I find it, and maybe I shouldn't be saying this publicly. Maybe it's shitty. I find it a little taxing most times. There's been a couple really fun shows, but a lot of it seems a little too formal now. Whereas maybe Sausage Factory was a little too informal. I don't know. But at the risk of not pissing off, you know, some of the View supporters I have, I'll move on, I guess. And probably should start wrapping up. I'm not putting them in the box because they didn't come in the mail, but I got a couple things to show off. Shouts out to my lady on her little trip. Her and the little one, the little tyke, the male or female child, got me this little welcome to Camp Crystal Lake magnet. Goes great on my mini fridge that sits underneath my ice maker. Dr. Cool. But then here's the big thing. And now I know I've made fun of, and I will continue to make fun of I guess made fun of is probably a little strong. The action figure collectors, like I don't know what the fuck, but I can still appreciate that they're cool and shit. Like and I've gotten out of like laughing at them and just kind of that's what they like. Who cares? I'm getting old and I don't have as much hate and anger for everyone as I used to. But did get me this bad boy, which is the NECA Real Toys Ultimate Freddy from Nightmare 1, which is pretty fucking sweet. And we talked over on the You Need a Horror podcast about this. I talked about this not really being one of my favorite looks for Freddy. I hate like the glare and shit's coming back. But this is kind of fucking sweet. A couple different heads. It's got the like the skull head there. The Tina fucking face. It's got the fucking to watch this hand, the hat, the glove, fucking. Oh, the tongue telephone is a badass little fucking thing. They do it like the makers do generally put in fucking good time to make these as accurate as possible. Like it is impressive. I really like it sentimentally, I guess, more than I actually like it. Maybe that's not true either. Though I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm really out of focus and it's bugging me. Anyway, let's see. Sean says I stopped watching Region Free because seriously, that's driving me up a fucking wall. Did I touch this? Is that better? I don't know. I stopped watching Region Free because certain people didn't like me in the chat. Don't worry about the chat, dude. If you watch the show, watch the show. Fuck them. I'm RetroCac. Those community guys are great. But if you get them, your show just becomes just like all the rest in the community. I agree. And it wouldn't be all of them at once, and it wouldn't be every week. But every now and again, maybe fucking bring one on. Do a little interview. We'll do a little fucking, I don't know what. A little futzing around. But I also do the knock-around shows or the mess-around shows and have a little fun with that. And have that be its separate thing also. Even more freeform than this show. God damn it. Big Crack Rock says, pretty cool doll. Fuck you. Sean, I really would like to see who doesn't like you in the chat, though, but I don't know. I don't think you're on any social media, so that'll be a mystery lost to time, I suppose. Sean says, sorry, Jamie, but just say you wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. There's a lot of shit I'm not fucking touching. So, Orc's topping by to say what's up. Have a good show. Good to see you, Orc. Little Orky Orc. Sean says he's waiting to get the NECA Ultimate Ash from Evil Dead 1. Why would you waste your money on that? All right. So that's it as far as that goes. I guess that's the show for the week. Go check the mess around out if you haven't. I don't know what else. Jesus Christ. I'm over 200 fucking followers. I don't think that was the case last week. So, like I said, I'll do a drawing. I'll give it 2 weeks time from the time I post the little, I'm going to do like a little short video or whatever the fuck. Comment on that fucking thing. I'll throw the names in the hat. Winner gets a $20 Amazon gift card, courtesy of Off the Grill Podcast. Right. But I want to thank you all for being here. Jamie, Zombie, Gypsy, Billy, Roldy, Johnny, Erica Erika, Shawnee, Orky, who else? Big Crack Rocky, Ben Grimmy. I'm the dumbest person. Gibbsy or Retro Khaki. You decide what you want. Anyone else I missed? I don't know. Jay the Stingray. And of course, you gotta thank the old sponsors, the old Patreon members, Big Crack Rock, Christian Albert, Smursadors, Nick Richard, Jay the Stingray, Jess Graham, Mark 145626, Daniel Shine, Lauren Dixon, Mr. Bombastic, Retro Cack, The Daily Ghost, Slaughterport, Ben Yukonevich, Brian Trash, and Ben Grimm. All right. So let's just see what we're doing here. Don't care about that shit. Not bringing it up. Gypsy says, from my perspective, the reason I don't like Region Free is because it's not genuine in the way this is or Jamie is. I guess that's fair. Big Crack Rock says, like that guy that was doing his mother with dementia. Isn't that Chris Chan? I think enough people complained that he got sent to a male prison. Yeah, I don't want to fucking. We're all done anyway. So that's it for the show this week, guys. Take care, and until next time, I always love you.